Warner Brothers and DJ Dan Recording present Harry Potter and the Christmas Thief by Daniel Saletti. Read to you by the author. Based upon the Harry Potter franchise created by J.K. Rowling and Warner Brothers Pictures. Music by John Williams, Patrick Doyle, Nicholas Hooper, and Alexandra Desplet. Prologue. 'Twas in one of their years, 3 students at Hogwarts ran into some fears. They met a man all grown up, the boy who lived Harry Potter. But this was nothing too happy, for he was in very hot water. He requested the trio to go on a hunt, go back in time, a very dangerous stunt. Collect remnants of mine from my years at this school. They agreed and thought it sounded very, very cool. When the journey was over, it was all but a test. It was to see if they could work like a team, and they all passed with the best. This new trio continued to aid Potter and friends, to the point where Ron and Hermione could have met their ends. Yes, a spell caused a rift between Weasley and Granger. Who indeed caused it? That story too's stranger. Now that everyone's safe in the wizarding world, what surprise does Christmas bring, besides the snow and the cold? Chapter 1. Christmas Time at Hogwarts. The snow started coming down at an exceptional rate. Horse-drawn sleighs rode by with Hogwarts students. Once again, all seemed to be calm at the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. In the Hufflepuff common room, Don Carter and Elizabeth Langler were covered in a pile of wrapping paper, ribbons, and tape. They were accompanied by their Gryffindor friend, Thomas Sculptor. "Wouldn't it be easier to wrap these things with a spell? Let's say Wingardium Leviosa?" Don questioned, covered in ribbons. Thomas chuckled and put his hand on Don's shoulder. "Just wrap the presents like a normal person, Don. Not everything has to be easily done with a spell. Let's just have fun, like somewhat normal people." "Normal people? Normal people? How can you call us normal people? Especially the 3 of us. Given all our happenings recently at this school, how can you say that we should act like normal people? I mean, come on. When normal things happen around here, we always get thrown into it. It's like McGonagall said. Why is when there is always trouble, it ends up being you 3. Normal people indeed. Who do you think you are, Darren Stevens? Don, calm down, would you? Besides, you should keep that name on the down low. The wife, Samantha, was offered a position here but soon was let go. They're just a little controversial, marrying mortals and everything," Elizabeth explained. "Oh, come now, Elizabeth. Remember our fearless leader's mother was mortal," Thomas replied. Don and Elizabeth agreed. They continued to wrap gifts, many for friends, teachers, and for each other. If they came across a gift from one of them, they immediately hid it as quick as they could and got it into the wrapping. Occasionally, one of them would join in the songs playing from the self-playing record player. Elizabeth got up and went over to the record player to see what was playing. "Incidentally, didn't we hear this song when we tracked down Harry's collectible in his last year? You know, the one dealing with the Deathly Hallows?" The boys looked at each other and shook their heads in unsureness. As the song ended, a loud knock was heard coming from the door of the common room. Don ran over to check. "Who's there?" "Now you really didn't think that I would need a password?" Delighted when he heard the voice, Don opened the door, and there stood the giant grounds gamekeeper, part-time professor, and aide to anyone who was a friend of Harry's, Rubeus Hagrid. "Hello, you 3. Oh, see you wrapping presents there? None of those wouldn't happen to be for me, would they?" "You'll just have to wait, Hagrid. Christmas is only a few days away," Elizabeth remarked. Hagrid smiled and then looked away. Thomas came over and put his hand on Hagrid's side. "Let me guess. You feel sad because Christmas was always a great time between you, Harry, Ron, and Hermione." "They always were the best to have around during this time of year. I miss them a lot. But, hey, I just dragged the tree into the Great Hall. Who's up for coming down and decorating it?" The 3 students then looked at it, the gift wrapping in progress, and then back up at Hagrid's hopeful face. They decided to side with the giant and follow him down to the Great Hall for some tree trimming.